Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt and I do like video games, and in today's video we're talking again about Redfall, but this time specifically the messaging surrounding Redfall and I guess Xbox as a whole. So let's hop right into it. So you guys know what happened yesterday, or at least yesterday as I'm recording this, it was announced that Redfall will be launching on Xbox consoles at 30 FPS with a quality mode only. That's 1440p 30 on Xbox Series S and 4K 30 on Xbox Series X. And so yesterday I hopped on here, made a quick little video. I guess you could say it's my reaction, my initial reaction to the news of Redfall being 30 FPS on consoles. So definitely go ahead and check out that video if you want to see my reaction to the news. But just to summarize it, I wasn't thrilled, you know? I wasn't ecstatic about it. But there was one angle that I kind of forgot to give in that video, and it wasn't intentional or anything. I was just kind of giving my initial reaction, and I guess it just slipped my mind. And what I'm really talking about is, I guess, Xbox's messaging surrounding this game. I guess technically you could also say Xbox's messaging as a whole this generation, but we're focusing in on Redfall here. I mean, if we were to head over to YouTube right now, I brought it up here, you can watch any of these trailers, any of these official trailers. I mean, with the exception of the official announced trailer. That's the only one I can find that is running at 30 FPS. Every other trailer they've shown, especially recently, any trailer they've shown, has been 60 FPS. That's been the standard for all of these trailers, except the announced trailer. In fact, I'm looking at a trailer right here from IGN that was released 4 hours ago. I bet money, without even knowing, if I click on that trailer, I bet it's at 60 FPS. Let's see. 1080p 60. 4K 60, 1440p 60, 720p 60. It's a 60 FPS trailer. And basically this is just a quick little trailer to, you know, get yourself familiar with some of the characters in the game. IGN's been doing this for all the characters in Redfall this month, and they're going to keep doing it. I think they still have one more character. I forget what his name is. I think his name is Devinder. I think they got one more character to do, and it's Devinder. But this is Remy, and honestly, it's a pretty good trailer. I highly recommend checking it out. But it is at 60 FPS, like I said. And there's gameplay in here. There's all this really cool art, like this right here. Arcane's really good with that kind of stuff, by the way. But they've got gameplay in here at 60 FPS. Look, if you know your game isn't launching on console with 60 FPS, don't show us the next day, the very next day, gameplay at 60 FPS. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that it kind of just sets weird expectations when you've got these kind of trailers showing 60 FPS gameplay, and then the gameplay on your console is not going to be 60 FPS at launch. And we know that it can be 60 FPS because we look at Redfall's tweet. It says 60 FPS performance mode will be added via game update at a later date. For all we know, a later date could mean 24 hours later. It could mean the next day. You know, like, what does a later date mean, really? Is it a week? We're talking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months? What are we talking about here? Because a later date can mean anything. But, I mean, if it ends up being like we wait, you know, 1-2 days after launch, like, that's still kind of dumb to me. But at least I get it. Like, I understand why they didn't delay it at that point, you know? I'm sure it's a bit more difficult than just me saying, hey, delay your game. You know, marketing goes into it. You've got this whole thing with IGN for April lined up. You've got all the back-end stuff like console manufacturing. You want to be manufacturing all your consoles at the right time to hit on the date of the release of the game, so that way people can see the game and say, hey, I want an Xbox. Let me go out and grab an Xbox. You want to line all that stuff up so it's just perfect. And I'm sure it's a little bit more complicated than me just saying, hey, delay it, you know? But at the same time, if it ends up being, you know, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then just push it. My buddy Ham Solo actually had a really good point. Push this back into July. Think about what we got this April. I mean, just this month, we've got Dead Island 2, Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor is going to be a Game of the Year contender, most likely. And then the next month, you get another Game of the Year contender, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and then the next month you get another Game of the Year contender, Diablo 4, and then July can be Redfall. I mean, think about summer releases for games historically. Typically, summer is a down period for releasing of AAA games. Redfall can be the summer game. I think that would be a no-brainer. But listen, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, just like I was in my last video when I initially reacted to this. If this game doesn't get delayed, and it comes out on May 2nd, you better damn well believe I'm going to be playing it on day one. I'm not one of those people who's going to be like, I'm not going to touch it. No, I'm going to touch it. I'm going to play the hell out of this game. They can release it whenever. I will play it because I am an Arcane fan. Because I love Arcane that much. Because I'm that excited for this game. I'm just saying I wouldn't be upset if you guys delayed it. That's all I'm saying. In fact, I'd be very supportive of you guys if you delayed it. That's all I'm saying. But again, that's not what this video is about. This video isn't about should they delay, shouldn't they delay. I'm not getting into all that. I already talked about that in my last video. What I'm talking about today is Xbox's messaging, and I feel like it can definitely be better. It's something that they really need to work on. I mean, just think of the optics. Microsoft was holding out on $70 games being the norm for their first party. They were holding out on that, and everybody was championing them for it. Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, games that launched at $60, you know? And then all of a sudden they say, hey, we're going to have to make a change. We're going to have to change to $70 games. This is their first try. This is their first foot forward for their first $70 game. I just feel like you don't want to make the wrong impression, you know? You don't want to make the wrong impression. You just announced that we're only going to have 30 FPS on consoles at launch, and then the very next day you released a trailer at 60 FPS. Like, it's funny. It's just funny messaging. But leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know, am I being irrational about this? I mean, for me personally, I kind of feel like I'm being very rational, but maybe you guys disagree. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about all this. Leave a like if you like the video. And if you're enjoying this kind of content and you want to stay up to date with it going forward over here on the channel, the best way to do that is consider subscribing, consider ringing that notification bell, because that helps you stay up to date with everything that happens over here on the channel. And it helps push me in the algorithm, helps push the videos out to more people, and I very, very much appreciate that. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.